gonna go live.
What's
good? Hey, Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bro Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 110. Let's go. Hey, yo, before Dot say anything, happy birthday to my niece Victoria. I love you, niece. Let's go.
Happy birthday.
Go. Happy birthday. Birthday was the worst days. Now we sip champagne because we're thirsty. Hey, what's good, bros and bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 105. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and to chop it up with the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot, and I'm loving my beard and my hat combination from the side profile over here. You feel me? I love all of this right now. And I'm here with my co-bro.
Chief Sosa FF, aka Dynasty Bro Vic, man. What's up, bros?
My bad, bro. I was feeling myself for 2 seconds.
You good,
it's
bro?
The beard. It's the beard for me.
It'd be like that.
We got an episode. Vic hit up and was like, hey, bro, you down to do this? I was like, bro, it's a fire-ass concept. So what we're going to do is he picked his heavyweight each position. I picked my heavyweight each position. You know, I feel like the only ones that were obvious was pretty much the tight ends, you feel me? But besides that, we went to hear who he had picked, and he wanted to hear who I had picked. We're going to debate this out. We both get a minute and 30 seconds to decide why my guy is the real heavyweight in Dynasty at his position. And then he get a minute and 30 seconds. Then we'll decide, we'll come up with this is third, and then we'll ask for if he's heavyweight. He gets a debate. But you get to throw a player out there. Is that cool?
I got you.
And we also got some BT players of the week. We got some flag. I hope we all got the same flag.
We got the same flag.
We all got the same flag. I feel like we do. We got some injuries, and no matter what, we got the what's the word. So I wonder if the flag and the what's the word gonna be all tied in somewhat to that. Only one way to fuck. Dynasty Bro Vic.
What's good?
You ready
Vic?
to get the shit juking?
Let's get it, bro. So we're gonna be in and out as always, man. So hey, if you guys don't know, you should know by now. But former Raiders head coach John Gruden, he's out. So he actually resigned, stepped away from the Raiders. Just given he had some email surface where he basically used some racist language, some homophobic language, and it was just all bad, man. And on top of that, even more emails just resurfaced. So it was bad, man. Not a good look. So of course. He had to step down. He had no choice. And I'm actually surprised he coached this past weekend, given what went down, prior. So the report came out about these emails prior to them playing the Bears.
Yeah, I don't know what's about to happen going forward with the team in general. Usually situations like this make everybody rally and they play a little better, or they try to rally, doesn't work, and it just go down the fuck hill.
Yeah, but they got Derek Carr.
What the fuck does that mean? Is that good or bad? Because some people might think that's a good thing.
We're about to find out, aren't we? This is when your quarterback got to step up with their leadership, or whoever the leaders are on the team. They got to step up in this moment. This is it right now.
I got a question. You got to pick a side. Avo said, "Hey, but they got Derek Carr." Vic, you go first. Is that a good A? They got Derek Carr, or a bad A? They got Derek Carr. Is that a good or a bad one, Vic?
I wasn't feeling good about the Derek Carr thing. I mean, he's off to a good start. I believe he's a top 12 player right now, top 13, what have you. But hey, I will say this: that team was looking good overall, as far as as an overall team. But this is a complete distraction. We'll see, man. If they're able to just continue on and press forward. But clearly, they were impacted going up against the Bears. Not the best performance, so you could tell players are definitely feeling some type of way.
Facts. So we'll find out next week.
We're gonna find out.
See, no friends in the industry. Back to back. All right. What else, Vic?
Yeah, man. So shout out to Bleach Report Gridiron. And as you guys know, these NFL players are starting to pay attention to the fantasy world and fantasy football. Like we already know Austin Eckler's probably the biggest advocate for fantasy football. He'll even tweet out, "Hey, I got you guys. Let me know how many points you need." But you got some guys who aren't a fan, as much of a fan. So I'm just going to quote J.D. McKissick. He basically just said, "Fantasy people got to stop, bro. Me and AG," he's talking about Antonio Gibson, are like brothers. We can't control who's doing what. So basically, people are just coming at JD saying, he's taking away from Antonio Gibson's fantasy points. But hey, they're just out there trying to win a game. So he could care less about fantasy points. And man, I just feel like as a fantasy football community and just fans in general, you don't want to give players a bad taste in their mouth about fantasy football. It's supposed to be fun, another element. So
they're not gonna even want to be included. We should want to try to get the players involved and including about it. That just boosts up everything that we got going on. That just shows you, man, we gotta chill the fuck out sometimes, man. Hey, speaking of two players that are close in JD and AG, I just now found out that like Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore was like that close. Just found out why he changed his number, and I think that's dope as shit, bro.
Explain.
Did you know why DJ Moore changed his number?
I think I saw the same clip, but go ahead.
DJ Moore, okay, when they came out the tunnel last year, they would do something like this. They would shake up, hug, and then run out together. They both still do they half of the shit in the tunnel and hug, even though the other guy ain't there, and still run out before, right?
Right.
So they still do that. He wore 12 last year. Curtis Samuel wore 10. He said 12 minus 10 equal 2. He switched his number to 2 because he lost. They traded Curtis Samuel.
Oh, that's love.
That's hard, bro. That's
bro.
hard. Man, shout out to them. That's brotherhood, man. And shout out to DJ Moore. You know, that shit cool, bro. Sorry.
Nah, that's fine, bro. I saw that, man. It's good to, know what's going on. So yeah, players are impacted by these trades at the end of that. These are, brothers on and off the field. So
facts.
All right, man. A couple more things we get in and out. So shout out to Marshawn Lynch, bro. He's actually becoming the NFLPA's chief brand ambassador. And just a quote from Marshawn: "I want to put players in positions to be successful in every facet of their lives, from building businesses based on their passions to, of course, taking care of their mentals and stacking their chicken." So shout out to Marshawn, bro. Like ultimate, ambassador. And bro, I'm just wondering when he's gonna run for mayor, like for the city of Oakland, aka the town. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if he even runs for governor at some point for California, man. So he's that type of guy, man, and got that type of pull in place. So shout out to Marshawn, bro. Continue to build his brand.
The song and the bar that stuck out made me think of that Sierra line you made about Russell Wilson. And the line from the song is just, "Is that a world tour or your girl tour?" It just, that line made me come back to when you was on Wilson head. Just, my bad, bro. That had nothing to do with. Shout out to Marshawn, bro. Marshawn's that dude. He's always been that dude. And I be waiting for Avo to do all the positive drops when we talking about something good. He be fucking them up, but he found that out of nowhere. Fuck him. Shout out to Marshawn, bro. Fuck Avo.
He probably came with his interface, the default drops.
All right, what's the word, my G?
Last thing, man. Hey, Kadarius Toney, man. So this is a guy who been waiting to, break out. And I'll be honest, man, I was a little bit on edge. I'm like, man, we all saw the potential coming out of Florida, but he was buried on the depth chart and just couldn't get any run. But looks like just given the injuries to Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and even Kenny Golladay, you got to run your first round draft pick at some point. So shout out to Kadarius Toney, 10 catches, 189 yards, and 1 punch. So I feel like this aligns with what we're about to get into with the heavyweights, man. So just want to shout out Kadarius Toney.
It looked like a side swipe.
Maybe that's why he didn't get suspended, bro.
Yeah, punk ass side swipe. I'm just playing. He still swung. No, he a real one. He looked like a little hood rat too, bro. I fuck. He might be one of my new favorite players now.
Yeah, bro. I think that buy low window's closed, bro. Given these past 2 weeks he's been having from a dynasty perspective.
That shit dead. Or wait 3 or 4 weeks when all the receivers are healthy. And if he loses his spot, if you go back down on the depth chart, just because it's just not like he's not more talented than these guys, but if they're there, I think they're all going to play. Golladay, they pay him. Sterling Shepard is one of Daniel Jones' favorites. Slayton is the deep threat on the outside. He's always going to play. Evan Ingram's banged up. I think that's the issue. But if he's healthy, it's just too many mouths to feed. But while they're all down, green light could be, bro. He the only thing there.
I'm with it, bro. All right, bro. Anything else you guys want to add before we get to the injuries?
No.
Okay. Who we got?
All right, let's get into it, man. Let's start with Juju, bro. He left the game, and it looked like he might be out for the rest of the year. They fear that. So, how you feel about that?
You ain't see the report?
Nah.
He out for the season.
He out for the season officially. So, James
Yeah,
Washington is out. It's just the Deontay and Chase show, and Chase been a little bit banged up. So it's all go for Deontay, man. He's about to get those even more targets than he's been receiving. I'm excited to see that happen. So Juju out for the season. Clyde Edwards-Helaire went out, man, the third quarter with a knee injury. He was seen walking on his own power by the end of the game. So I guess that's a good sign, but we don't know. So pay attention to that. Tyreek and Kelsey had little small bang-ups, but I don't think that means anything. Joe Burrow was taken to the hospital after the game, man. They said he got a throat contusion. We talked about that a minute ago in the redraft episode. That shit sound kind of creepy, bro. Just for a person who don't know nothing about the medical world. If I heard somebody got a throat contusion, bro, it sounds like somebody about to be out. Somebody can't breathe. It sounds horrible.
I don't know what a contusion is, but it don't sound like you can breathe through the contusion.
Facts, bro. But I think he's gonna be all right though. I think he's still gonna play. He just gotta be safe. And Saquon, bro, had that. His ankle was about this big. If you look at me in a video, I'm serious.
Turkey knuckle, bro.
Oh, bro, that shit was creepy looking, man. So we'll see what's going on with him going forward, man. He was just looking like he was finding his way again. So it's unfortunate for him. Daniel Jones was carted off the field with a concussion. And then his receiver, Kenny Galladay, knee issue. And it's pretty much it, man. Just nothing super major outside of Russell Wilson. It's unfortunate, but at least it wasn't for the rest of the season and Juju for the rest of the season. Everything else, everybody should be back. Everybody should be back soon, a week or two. So there we go.
All right, man. One more thing I'm gonna add: Rashad Bateman's probably coming back off injury. So that's something to watch. I know the Ravens passing game, especially last night, looked good. So I'm excited, man, to see what Rashad Bateman looks like in that Ravens offense. So Lamar's throwing the ball pretty well right now. Their run game is not looking good, so he should definitely be involved alongside Hollywood and Mark Andrews. Running game outside of Lamar, of course. Lamar's carrying him right now on the ground.
He a stud, bro. He that dude.
All right, bros. So we covered the injuries, flag on the plays. I guess we could have transitioned to that coming off what's the word, but let's give the obvious flag. DJ Avo, you want to throw the obvious flag?
Bruh. Big flag.
John Gruden.
Devonte Wilder. I'm just like,
that too.
Damn, bro. I didn't know.
Big flag to
the
John,
obvious one?
Big flag, John Gruden. Big flag to John Gruden. Anything past always like, if you don't know that, that's dang near my say something good to the people. Just know if you did it in the past, it can and will come back to light, especially if you wrote it down, you stupid person. You put it in writing, it always comes back.
Damn. Yeah, same here, man. That's kind of hatred in your blood, man. That shit's foul.
I'm a spider, bro.
You live. Damn, bro. Vic out here dealing with all kind of animal issues today. Put him in the dirt. He got diggers. Tell his homeboy dig him up, Vic. My guy out here, bro.
I don't want no smoke, man.
What it is, we had a bad one come over and the homie kicked her out.
That's that too, man. Yeah, she had to go.
About to probably get it in on the garage
Louis said,
bro.
Pull up. She pulled it up.
Louis had a bad bit. Can I? If I'm talking about a female dog, can I say the word?
I think so.
Man, let's stay away from that, man. People upset. It's yeah, man. Abort mission.
You got a flag on the play.
Nah, my flag is John Gruden, and I also saw on Facebook. Facebook be lit too, man. I mean, y'all think Twitter is wild, but Facebook, they be getting it in too. They was like Jerry Jones up all night deleting his emails, so I thought that was a nice little kick.
Like that. I was gonna say that there's a few Jerry Jones memes going around out there. Let's check his emails. Let's check all the owners' emails. If we just checking, let's go. Let's do it.
And I saw the realest shit, man. Someone also was like, "Hey, let's see all the emails on the Kaepernick and Eric Reed situation." So yeah, man. I mean, it was just different talking points all across the board. But flag on the play, John Gruden. The guy who was on Monday Night Football, and a football mind that you respected. But I don't even think I covered this in the what's the word. But actually, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are actually removing John Gruden from the Ring of Honor. So he's coming down. If you guys remember, they beat the Raiders, ironically. What was that? What year was that? Was that like 02, 01? It was like
somewhere around there. It's early 2000s.
With Tony Dungy's team.
Tony Dungy's team, bro. Tony Dungy's team, bro.
Yeah, bro.
The real question is, who the hell did he piss off for it to happen out of nowhere right now?
No, I think I have part of that story. Something with the Washington football team. They were getting investigated. That's where these emails came from. I don't know why they were being investigated, but that's where these emails are coming from.
Damn.
Yeah, probably from the whole, the culture stuff, just with Washington football team in general, Dan Snyder. So they probably going through his investigation. Oh, John Gruden sent you some emails. So that's probably how that shit surfaced.
He's like, nigga, just change the name.
John Gruden said that. Hey, that voice you said it in was funny, bro.
All right, let's move on.
That's the flag. All right, man. On a more positive note, man. Of course, I got some Brodies of the week, man. If I'm ready to get into that.
I'm ready, bro. Hey,
all right,
bro,
bros.
cook that shit out.
Brodies of the week, man. So first, we're gonna start with Tennessee Titans tight end McCole Pruitt. Hey, let me share my screen, man.
Who?
McCole Pruitt.
Hey,
you guys see my screen?
No.
Nope.
Sharing on my end.
Yes.
Now we see it.
I'm trying to see what's more swagger, bro.
We still do this.
The touchdown or his dance, bro. I kind of fuck with his touchdown dance. That's some shit I get off in the club, back in my clubbing days. Some, some little quick.
Yeah, I pulled up on Vic the other day. That nigga hit the shoot on me.
Wait, you do that, Vic? Shout out to you, bro. I hurt my shit.
Nah, bro, it's a half-ass
I had
attempt.
to tell my story. I'm gonna leave the story in the club, bro.
Oh, my screen's still showing. Oh, too much shit going down. All right, let's pull up the next play. I have my notes up and shit.
Oh man. Oh Vic.
But check this out, man. Chris Moore, wide receiver for the I'm about to say Tennessee Texans. The Houston Texans, man. He balled out, man. Big performance. 5 catches on 5 targets, 109 yards, and this touchdown right here. I'm about to run that back, man. That way you guys can see it from the beginning. But he basically high pointed the ball and catch and break, man. So I kind of like what I saw there, man. And of course, we've been waiting for Nico Collins to break out, but you never know, man. Texans are trying to establish who's their number 1 wide receiver. Of course, Brandon Cooks is there, but he needs some support. So Chris Conley had a nice day. Chris Moore had a nice day. So
turn up.
All right, let me stop the share, man. I had too much shit going on.
I got X'd out like something bad popped up on the screen, bro.
Yeah, bro. I had my notes up. It was just all over the place.
Telling you about that Benz you trying to buy.
Yeah. All right, bros. Before we get to the main topic, go ahead.
We don't care what go down in the man cave. we don't care what's going down in your man cave, bro. That's between you and God. Hey, before we get into the main segment, hey, I'm Dynasty Bro. Follow me at Dynasty Bro on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Vic, where can we follow you at? Fuck Avo.
Had to make sure one of the most spiders on the ground, bro. But follow me at ChiefSosaFF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen, Dynasty Bros FF, and check out the Bros Patreon, Bros FF. And hey, we got the Discord link floating out there for free. Get your free real-time fantasy advice. Turn your season around.
Turn your season around. Dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style while you at it.
Yeah.
Avo, where can we follow you at? Not that I care.
Man, look, bro, you don't gotta care. Just make sure you follow that Dynasty Bro page. That's where I DJ at every Tuesday. If you want to make sure to get the mix, you gotta hop in the Discord because I'll be throwing some mixes in there. So you're gonna want to be in there. That's free, by the way. But if you want these exclusive mixes, them is on the Patreon, bro. You gotta get on the Patreon. I've just loaded up all the exclusive mixes. They ready to go all the way through November. You just gotta be logged in. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna pop up. That's all it is. Let's go. Dynasty Bro Avo. Let's get it.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right. So look, this is what we're gonna do. I just added 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Like I said, this is the Dynasty Heavyweights episode. We're going through quarterbacks, running back, receiver, tight end. I got a heavyweight. Vic got a heavyweight. We're going to talk 1 minute and 30 on his guy, talk 1 minute and 30 on my guy, explain why there are heavyweights, got a consensus third guy, And then we'll just ask Avo randomly who's his heavyweight. You know, Avo always got some random ass insight, so we're interested to hear it. So I'm gonna keep up with the timer, and Vic, we can rock out however you want to do it.
Yeah. Also, Avo, I want you to score the rounds, man. So I'm gonna put out my guy. Doc gonna put out his guy. So let us know who you rolling with based on if we made our case. So of course we're coming off the big fight this weekend with Fury and Wilder. So it's basically plant your flags. If you have free reign, you take any QB you want, starting your dynasty squad. Who you running with? Who the running back you taking? Who the wide receiver you taking? Who the tight end you taking? So that's where we came up with this. I get him in and a half. He get him in and a half. That equals 3 rounds. So if you're a boxing fan, that's the average length. That's the length of a round. So we're just trying to connect some dots, man. So that's that.
And don't
I'm ready
forget
though. I'm ready, bro.
All right, Avo, who you want to go first? Or I ain't got no coin to flip.
I ain't got no coin to flip. So Vic, pick a number between 1 to 10.
2.
Go ahead, Dot.
3.
The number was 9. Go ahead, Dot.
Vic a hoe. Avo a hoe too. Both of y'all hoes. All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm waiting for the music to come back. We might have to figure something out. We just lost it. It is what it is. We about to come back. All right, we start off. You ready?
Let's start,
here
bro.
We go. 3, 2, 1. All right, look. We start with quarterback.
Yep.
My quarterback is Josh Allen, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. And this is why I'm going with Josh Allen. We all know that, you can have one of those fluent runners that are just, speed demon and run the field. But how about the guy that's big and sturdy and move all over the field and get plays designed for him anyway? Got a number 1 weapon option in Stephon Diggs, and then got a veteran option that just came in and Emmanuel Sanders. And then, you got Cole Beasley, you got Gabriel that's learning, in the backfield of all of that. Got a great pass catcher out the backfield. And Zach Moss and Singletary, they're both nice. Dawson Knox gaining their rapport, and a team that loves to just throw the ball. That's all you can ask for. He's getting everything. He's getting the runs in the red zone, goal line down near. He always pass first, no matter what. I don't care if they're up by 73 points, pass first on an organization that has turned it around over the years. They're invested in him. He's getting his money. He's big and sturdy. I don't want no little guy that wants to run around, fuck around, get hit by the wrong guy. You feel me? Bro, you 5'9", you get hit by the wrong guy, you could be out for a year or 2, even knows. Give me Josh Allen, the guy with the arm like Pat, the skills like Pat, the offense like Pat. White Pat.
Time's up, bro. I like Josh Allen too, man, but I wasn't really sold, man. I gotta hype my shit up. So
I called him the White Pat. What more can you ask for, Avo?
Well, shit, he already dethroned Pat, so at least in the regular season.
But when everybody think about who the best quarterback, you know who they all gonna say. All right, so
That's
you
true.
ready, Avo? I made my case. You ready for Vic? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
All right, look, man, I'm going with the guy in his sophomore season. He stands 6'6", 240. So I know my guy was talking about stature. I think this guy's even bigger. So Justin Herbert, man, QB for the LA Chargers. He's the QB4 right now in fantasy football. He's 4th in passing yards with 1,500 yards. He's tied for 3rd in TD passes, so he's getting it done in the air with 13 touchdown passes. So they're running a high-profile aerial attack. They want to throw the ball. And he's 4th in fantasy points with 123 points, averaging 24.6 points a game. High volume passing game, like I mentioned, 207 pass attempts. That's 2nd, only behind Tom Brady, who's at 225. He has a young coach in Brandon Staley. So again, he's a quarterback mind as well. Comes from the University of Dayton with Gruden. They both play some QB. So he's tied to a great young mind there. And there's a clip of Staley mentioning, hey, the importance of running the ball. So just given that, they're going to establish the run, but they're going to air it out. So again, this is a guy right now finished as a QB9 last year as a rookie, and he's already hanging out in the top 5. So I'm excited for Justin Herbert. Give me all to Justin Herbert. Got weapons like Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. Any tight end he want to throw it to is getting it done, man. And he can also run a little bit too. So throwing darts out there, bro.
You got 10 more seconds.
Justin Herbert, man. Go Ducks.
Damn.
You done? You want me to cut you off?
I mean, he good. Damn, hold up. Damn. I thought this was gonna be a lot easier. I really did on some real nigga shit. So the question is, who are we gonna start? Who are we gonna start our fantasy team off with? Correct.
Your dynasty team.
Your dynasty. Who am I gonna build my dynasty team around? Fuck. What draft pick do I have?
It don't matter.
I'm just playing. Damn. All right. Look. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to give my brother Dot a solid 9. He came through with a solid 9 on this one. A lot of haymakers. He made a lot of great points. But I think he feels where this is going. I'm gonna have to go towards Herbert. I'm gonna have to give my brother Vic a 10 on this one. And it was a very close one because I really do think that they're very evenly matched. So I believe I'm going with the younger player at this moment in time, mostly for that reason and the location. I like the fact that he's, in a warm location versus a cold location because I'm pretty sure you naturally throw more in a warm location. So that's going to be my whole rationale for going with Herbert. But damn, this was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be.
I can see who on my shit list for Christmas already.
Who get a lump of coal?
Yeah. All right, Vic. You won first round. But it's a whole war, my G. It ain't just battle.
Check this out. You can't go wrong with either QB though. I was actually between Josh Allen and also Kyler, bro. But bro, I'm just loving everything I'm seeing right now with Justin Herbert. Everything's a dart. Man, and again, bro, Josh Allen is fired too, so you can't go wrong. So, all
right, who's your consensus? Who's your consensus next quarterback?
Yeah, and we talked about this. So, Pat Mahomes, bro, again, like he's throwing to the number 1 tight end, throwing to potentially the number 1 wide receiver, arguably, definitely top 3. So, if you got 2 top 3 weapons in that sense, you gotta give it to the guy, who's getting it done in the air, and that can also scramble. So, Pat Mahomes.
You would have lost my vote trying to go with Kyler Murray. I'll tell you that right now. I don't think you could. You would have had to have a one hell of an argument to come through with Kyler Murray, even though I am a fan.
I would have had one. All right, let's move it on though. Vic, you starting it off. I'm about to hit play. You ready for your running back?
Yep, let's get into it, man. So look, man, this is nothing to think about, man. Look, if I could take a running back off the board in Dynasty redraft, IDP, whatever, no matter what format you're in, Christian McCaffrey, man. So 25 years old, 5'11", 205 pounds. In his 4th season, look, he does it all. Like he dominates the ground game, dominates the run game. You can literally book him for 25 to 30 touches a game. Now, we do know, like, at least going back to last season, he was banged up, and also he's starting off this year banged up, but there's no concerns for me because even though he's missed a couple of games, he's still an RB2, so he's the RB24 right now. So that just speaks to the type of workload he gets. He's cleared over 113 targets. Going back to his rookie season, you saw an uptick in targets every year. So from 113 targets to 124 targets, 142 targets. So they've run that offense through Christian, and he gets it done on the ground. So I'm just loving everything I'm seeing with Christian McCaffrey. He does it all. He's not afraid to run in between the tackles. He's a tough runner. Man, when you got Christian in your lineup, you don't care who you're playing against. You just know he's going to put up 20 to 30 and even sometimes 40 points for you to help you get your W's week in, week out. So I'm still building my dynasty teams around him in the run game.
You got 20 more seconds.
Christian McCaffrey.
Ain't that some shit? All right, that's cool. That's cool. So you done?
I'm done, bro. Sometimes, get in and out. Maybe that was a knockdown, not a knockout, but maybe it's a knockdown.
I gotta hear this, Dad. I gotta hear this, bro.
You ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, we're gonna talk about the first running back taken in this class, Mr. Najee Harris, at 23 years old, so he is younger. We know Christian McCaffrey gets all the run and receiving work. Do you know what the Steeler running back does? Get all the run and receiving work. He's doing the same shit that they're structuring Christian McCaffrey as. You hear the voice, I'm going in, fuck Vic. I'm going for the haymaker this time. Look, running back 4 having a badass, he had a bad game week 1. Still running back 4 on the season. Nigga had 19 targets one game, bro. Running back, 19 targets in a game. He's thugging. And you know what's even crazier? The offense is bad right now. And he's playing great. Imagine if they turn it around. And you know what? Played every game so far. Christian basically missed all of last year down there. What he doing already? Missing again. Love to have him on your team, but what's the best ability, Avo? What's the best ability, my guy?
It's availability.
All right, then. It's availability. My guy is healthy. He's been healthy since Alabama. He came in a little on the older side as far as a rookie, but he's in his prime years when you think about a running back, so he's primed and ready. So the whole thing that we love Christian, because he's going to be getting wide receiver numbers and running back numbers, Najee's already doing it, and you know he's going to keep it up, and nobody is threatening him in their backfield. Nobody. Najee Harris, younger, same work. Offense can turn it around and turn up it even a little bit more. Give me Najee, bro.
Damn it. Y'all are really better at this than I thought you were going to be. All right, look. Vic, you had a strong 9 there. I can't hold you. It was a solid one. It's tough because it's CMC. I ain't slow. So I don't know much about fantasy, but I do know if you got him on your team, you're feeling really good about it. But when the question is, if you're going to start your dynasty team off with, Doc came through with some crazy haymakers here, and I think he got you with a knockdown for sure, because that was a nice one. I'm going to have to go with Najee Harris on this one. He had a solid 10 there. And here's my reason now, because I think it's a decent reason. It's Pittsburgh, and what I've always known about Pittsburgh is they are a run defense team, and that seems to what the organization seems to be based around. So I'm gonna have to go with Dot on that one. But y'all, look, this is getting way more difficult. I'm not excited about these wide receivers or tight ends.
Well, I'm starting with the receiver, so
shit.
Who said shit?
Me, bro. I'm sweating back here, bro. I didn't think that. Dang it, man.
What the fuck you think? What you thought it was gonna be?
I have no clue, man. I was hoping y'all would do like not as good players. Like these are all solid ass players. Like you'd be happy with either one of them on your team.
All right, you ready? I'm about to start my 1 minute 30. You ready? Here we go. Boom. Let's talk receivers. A guy that's only 27. That's prime years for a receiver. Damn near. He's not. Yeah, he might not be 22 or whatever. We love that. But who's faster than Tyree Hill? Who gets schemed up so much more than Tyree Hill? Who plays with Pat Mahomes? Tyreek Hill. You want to know what the problem with the Kansas City offense is so much? All they do is throw it to Tyreek and Kelsey. That's the problem. It's like, I don't want to throw it to nobody else but Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. He's currently the wide receiver 3 on the season. Who else you know can have a 50-point game out of nowhere like it's nothing? It's not that many of the guys that can do that, bro. He's explosive. He gets involved out the backfield. And he's tied to Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. Like, who doesn't want that, bro? Like, yeah, you can go get all these other receivers, but you see the fails that happens when quarterbacks get recycled and coaches get recycled. The one thing we know about Andy Reid, they're going to throw that ball and be efficient. Whether they're winning, they're going to throw the ball, or they're losing, they're going to throw the ball, or they're up by 50, they're going to keep throwing the ball. Can you name more than 1 or 2 quarterbacks that you would want to throw to you more than Pat Mahomes? No. The number 1 guy Pat is throwing it to, Tyree Hill. And he can do a flip on a dime, a back flip out of nowhere. And nobody can guard him, and that's facts. Nobody in the NFL can guard Tyree Hill. Big facts. And he's only 27, bro. And he don't get injured like that. He don't.
All right, man. Start this clock, bro. I got some counter jabs and some, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
You ready, my nigga?
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
This guy talking about a 27-year-old that can be guarded. Well, I got a 22-year-old that can be guarded. Justin Jefferson out of Minnesota. Look, he stepped in having a record-breaking season as a rookie for the Minnesota Vikings. He finished as the wide receiver 6. He broke Randy Moss's franchise records. He set the most yardage as a rookie with 1,400 yards. He had 7 touchdowns, did it with 88 catches and over 125 targets. So, mind you, this is a team that left, that at least moved off of Stephon Diggs. People were overlooking Justin Jefferson, but this is a constant reminder to always trust the talent in Dynasty. And right now, he's the number 9 wide receiver in PPR. So, I'm loving everything I'm seeing from a Justin Jefferson, 22 years old, another unguardable guy, even younger. Hey, I know you were talking about Pat Mahomes and the Tyree connection, but this guy's getting it done with the Kirk Cousins. So to me, he's looking pretty QB proof at the end of the day. I mean, again, he creates so much separation. We already know about his route running. Look, no concerns there. And he's not afraid of catching traffic. This past week, actually week 4, They actually took a touchdown away from my guy, and then they ran it back. Guess what they did? Right back, same spot, Justin Jefferson, man. So loving everything I'm seeing with Justin Jefferson, 6'1", 195 pounds, prototypical size, goes wherever he wants. He's floating out there up and down the field. Give me all the Justin Jefferson from a dynasty perspective at 22 years old.
You got 6 seconds left, bro. Justin
Jefferson for 6 points. That's what he does.
Oh man, that's y'all both have some nice compelling arguments there. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's see here. I gotta be honest with myself and be honest with y'all. I go with my wide receivers based upon quarterback. That's just what it is. I believe that pairing is amazing. Am I allowed to ask questions?
Yes.
Kirk
Cousins.
Yes, Kirk Cousins is the question.
Quarterback.
No. I knew that. How long is he there? How old is Kirk Cousins?
He probably about 32, 31, 32.
Probably 32.
So he'll probably finish up there. I think they like him. I think they'll give him an extension to stay a little longer. I think he'll finish his career there. He doesn't do anything to fuck the team up.
This is definitely a 9-10 for sure, but only because of the quarterback. I gotta go Tyree Hill. I got to, but it's mostly because of the quarterback. Because I really want the 22-year-old.
I don't blame.
But I can't. But nah, man.
I don't
trust Kirk Cousins, even though he's been pretty solid from what I can tell. But
he's straight. He's straight.
Nah, that's my reason. And there, I'm gonna go with the younger QB that's tied to all the younger people. We just gonna go that way. Although I do believe he probably got 2-3 more years left there.
Who?
Tyreek Hill. Because I've noticed how wide receivers work. They'll get rid of them before they got to pay him too much.
Did he get paid last year, bro?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, but we already know the game they play. Of course, Pat got this big ass contract, right? But when it's time to pay Kelsey and Tyreek, they're gonna restructure Pat. That way, they can keep his guys around. So that's the game they play, man, to move the money around.
That is where I will go. I will have to lean that way. What we got, 2-1.
Yeah, and this one's gonna be hard. I will say this last one, Vic gave me the alley-oop because I'm still excited to hear his pitch. He gave me the alley-oop on this last one because I feel like there's still an obvious number one guy. But he gave me the alley-oop because this guy throws haymakers and he gives everybody a reason to be like, hey, I see why he's the solid number 2. And some people might want him because technically he's still younger. So I'm excited to hear the pitch. Vic, you go first.
Ooh, let's go.
This is the last one, Dynasty Heavyweights. Vic, I'm starting your timer right now.
All right, man, we're going to go to Las Vegas, man. So Mr. Darren Waller, 29 years old, 6'6", 255. If you guys don't know, he actually had a rough start into the league. He actually started off with the Ravens, got into some trouble off the field as relates to substance abuse, but he turned his life around. So shout out to him, man, and he's been balling ever since. So starting in 2019, finished as the number 3 tight end in PPR. The Raiders basically just featured him in the passing game and haven't looked back since. So going back 2019, 117 targets, 90 catches. That's crazy. He had over 1,100 yards in the passing game. That's Travis Kelce type numbers. And then we only saw that go up last season. So 146 targets, 107 catches, again, 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns. So we saw an uptick in the touchdown department. Look, you guys saw a couple weeks ago on Monday night, they want to force feed the ball. That's what they do, man. So that offense, that passing game runs through Darren Waller at the tight end position. Speaks volume, man. If you got a tight end and you want to feature him in the passing game when he should be blocking and creating lanes for your running back, that speaks volume. And he can pretty much run any route out there. So all in on Darren Waller from a dynasty perspective. Just give me Darren Waller, bro. And this is a guy where I could probably even get him at the 201 or 202, especially if I'm on the back end. So if I got the 112, give me a skill guy and then double back with Darren Waller if I miss out on Travis Kelce.
Okay. You got 8 seconds left, bro.
That's my guy, Darren Waller, man. Shout out to my guy. I got the shirt, man.
All right. That's cool.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm still going to pitch this. So you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. The only knock I have on this guy is that he's already 32 years old. But if you look at the way he plays, he moves well. He runs hella routes. He's tied to Pat Mahomes. He's 6'5", 256 himself. Mr. Travis Kelce. Let me just throw this stat to you, Avo. This is going to be crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years in a row, he's been a top 10 tight end. 8 years in a row, right? You take away the one that the 2 years, the furthest, the 7 and 8. So the last 6 years, 5 of those 6, he's been tight end 1. 5 years. Guess what he was the other year that he wasn't number one? Number two. And that's without Pat. And now he's tied to Pat. And like I said, the problem with the Kansas City offense is because they get locked in on two guys, and Travis happens to be one of them ones. So I would love to be the 1 and 2 option to a Pat Mahomes for some more years. And the way he plays, Travis can probably play for another 2-3 years. He's currently the wide receiver the tight end one right now. And it's looked like it's going to remain that way. He's just too involved. They're not going to change anything. He's featured just like Waller's featured. But just give me the guy that's tied to Pat. That's really the only argument, man, because Darren can go out there and get 20 targets, and Kelsey can too. So they're both great. Just Kelsey got Pat. And that's my 130.
Damn, I don't like y'all. Because y'all both made this difficult. You chose the young guy with the quarterback I don't like. Then you chose the older guy with the quarterback I love. This is bullshit. Legit. Damn. All right. Yo. That's tough. All right, here's my answer. Here's my response. I think it's a decent one.
You know what I should have did?
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this off first. Are you about to just pick Kelsey? I understand
I
if
was
you pick
leaning
Kelsey.
towards that way, but I had a decent reason.
I was about to try to sell on Kyle Pitts and just say Kelsey is just the obvious number one. So let's do this all over again.
Ahead.
Kelsey don't count.
Sell me on Pitts.
Okay. Vic just sold you on
Waller. He counts, bro. I say Kelsey counts because if you think about it, we agreed our number 3 consensus is Pitts. So I say we just run with that. Because honestly, if you could take any tight end, like basically if you're in a win now mode, because I'm sure when you go into startups, you're trying to compete now or what? Or are you off top going young? Like what's your strategy?
A little bit of both. Like if you could compete and win,
you got to find a balance, bro. You got to find some kind of balance.
What I was gonna say is, because I think it's fair, I was gonna lean more towards Kelsey only because he's on his way out, and I do believe that he himself is helping change football. I believe we're gonna have a bunch of great tight ends coming. Like that's just I don't know why I feel that way. That's just literally nobody has told me nothing. I feel like there's gonna be great tight ends coming down the pipeline. So I believe that's the way to go because he's gonna play. He's got 5-6 more years left.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get you another one in the draft. That's the way I was gonna roll with
I just feel like when it comes to this debate, we should have just removed Kelsey out and did Waller in the number 3.
That was
even if it
tough.
ain't Pitts, it could have been Andrews or like. But I think I should have just talked Pitts, did some research and talked.
I was gonna make you really have to sell that one because that man is not starting. They are not treating him right off top.
Bro, he 9 of 10 targets for 119 yards and a touchdown this past week.
Y'all told me you don't jump on somebody just because they did well.
I don't, but to see that, you got to think of the preseason hype he had, and now he finally had this game to show what he can do. Yeah, bro, you got to think what the hype that he's going to have all week is going to be through the fucking roof.
Got you.
But yeah, it was Kelsey and Waller 1 and 2. I think that's pretty obvious, but I do think Kelsey is an obvious one. And I don't think anybody has Kelsey outside of 1, but I think there's a world where some people could already be talking Pitts over Waller in my eyes.
Okay. I can see that. So let's backtrack. Give me your QB again. I know I went with Justin Herbert. Who's your QB?
I went Josh Allen, and we had Pat as our consensus 3rd.
All right. And then my running back was Christian McCaffrey. Who'd you have?
And I had Najee Harris, and I think our consensus 3rd was Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. And we see him getting it done in the run game and passing game, even against the scary matchups that we don't like the Ravens. But hey, the guy's a baller.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
All right. Wide receiver, I had Justin Jefferson. Who you got?
And I had Tyree Hill, and I think our consensus 3rd was Devonte Adams. And you see what he's still down to do this week. He took the fuck off, bro.
Yeah. And he don't need to have blow by speed like a Tyreek and no need to be as smooth as a Justin Jefferson, but Devontae, he's just all around, well-rounded, bro. He can just do it all. Yeah. So, and then the tight ends, our consensus number 3 was Kyle Pitts. Of course, I got Darren Waller as my top dog. Yeah. All right. So that's a good transition to this bonus round. I don't know if you're ready for this bonus round.
I wasn't ready. Vic didn't tell me it was a bonus round.
So the bonus round, we just saw this heavyweight fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, man. So, you get 1 minute and 30 to talk both these guys, man. And, I just kind of want to see where your head's at from a boxing standpoint. So
are we just gonna combine them all together?
Yeah,
I'll just say this, man. Wilder is not. He hasn't been none of the bouts. Even before the Fury thing, he was able to just be superior because his strength, got a good knockout punch, and he can take a nice beating. I think this is the first time he ever faced somebody that was always significantly bigger than him in weight, put their body on him, and outbox somebody that was smart with their boxing. And that could actually take a punch also, because Fury could take a punch and eat it up. So I just think, the superior boxer, for the most part, usually always wins in boxing, because it takes a special punch to finally get that knockout out. You got to like wear and tear when it comes to some guys that can move a little bit, that know how to strategically be smart with taking the right hits. So I just think Fury is just the better fighter, and you could see it like all through in all facets of boxing, probably outside of the strength. But what about you?
All right, start my clock over. I like that. If you don't mind, I got 1:30.
Go for it.
Yeah, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, let's start with Deontay Wilder, man. 6'7", 238. And then you got Fury, who's 6'9", 278. And like you said, man, like Fury's just a skillful big man. Like he can actually box. He has skills. He's not just going in looking for haymakers. So to me, I just think you just have two different styles in fighting. Wilder's looking for that knockout punch, that haymaker with his dominant right hand, which is lethal. And we actually saw it in action. Even when Wilder was looking like he's going to go hit the deck, still able to knock down Fury twice in one round, which was impressive. But at the end of the day, Fury's a boxer, man, and he's going to drag you into the deep waters. And, you got to box and move around and get winded. So, for the at least part two, Wilder Fury part two, I did go with the culture. I actually didn't watch the first one. And then with this recent fight, off top, I was going with Fury just from what I saw with the last fight, because he just looks more skillful. So, but at the end of the day, it was a hell of a fight, man. I do think this is one of the best fights we've seen in a while. Definitely one for the history books. We had 5 knockdowns, 3 coming from Fury, 2 coming from Wilder in the same round. At the end of the day, man, Wilder had to go in with the aggressive attack, because he couldn't just stand there and box with Fury. That wasn't going to work. So he had to go in with the haymakers, and it didn't work out.
It's funny, like when you think about the styles, you could turn it anywhere, man. Like power isn't always the way. Sometimes that skilled finesse. Bro, remember Shaq was so dominant, and like he was just and he still is. He will still put up the same numbers, and like, bro, who the fuck can stop Shaq? But then you go against a guy like David Robinson, who was already older, but he was so finesse, like with his footwork and his post game. It was like, how the fuck is he getting off on Shaq? But sometimes it's just skill, bro. It ain't all about the power and the muscle and athleticism, bro. Some people are just super skilled at what the fuck they do. And Fury is he's that type of guy. I don't care how big he is. He's skilled at what the fuck he do. So, and you could tell he looked good out there, bro. He just big.
I can't say this about Wilder. He got better at boxing.
He did.
Like he clearly is not as good as boxing. The Fury, as far as I know, the Furies have been boxing since they were like kids. You know what I mean? I think he started boxing I think Wilder started boxing like in his 20s, maybe somewhere in there. So it's very impressive what he's been able to do.
Hunger and shit, bro.
And I want everybody to see, if you don't know what heart is, that man keep getting back up. I guarantee you, if they would have let him, he would have died in the ring that night. Like, that is heart. That is somebody that was willing to give their all for a fight, and I respect that for sure. So that's my little breakdown of the whole fight. I thought that was very impressive. I was like, yo, this man is up with wobbly legs. But Fury was still trying to stay out the way, because he know that right hand is deadly. So I appreciate both of them for giving us a dope fight.
Yeah, and I actually saw some parallels. Go ahead.
I was going to give Wilder a little flag on the play, though, because I did hear that he wouldn't, tap the glove at the end. Like, y'all fought 3 times. I think at that point, there's no need to be a sore loser no more. Like, if you don't want to dap him up the first 2 times, I respect that. But the last one, hey, man, we 2 men that gave everybody a great fight. All love.
Yeah, Fury was looking for that too, so it would have been good to see. But at the end of the day, maybe there's a part 4 coming, so maybe Wilder.
No part 4, bro.
Hey, I'm not saying no time soon, but I do see one coming in the future, man. I mean, I can see Wilder.
I don't think that happen, bro. I don't think you can lose 2 in a row and then think you're gonna get a 4th one. Like, the first one was, he ain't win none of them, bro. There's no reason for a 4th. There's Anthony Joshua. There's other guys that Fury still got to be set out to fight. I don't think. Even if Wilder wants another one, bro, I don't think Fury's going to waste his time fighting him again, bro. That's my opinion. To be honest, that's like I don't like. I can see if I won the last one and then you won this one, then I asked for another one. But you can't lose 2 in a row and be like, bro, give me a third after I just lost 2 in a row. It doesn't work like that.
I can see it, bro. Especially if I knock you down twice in a round, and he almost turned it around, but at the end of the day, he just couldn't get over the hump. So I actually at one point did feel like Wilder had a shot, but at the end of the day, Fury, he basically closed it out. But I will say this: I did see some parallels between Travis Kelce and Waller as it relates to Fury and Wilder. So for me, you can see parallels with Kelce and Fury just from being skilled, not only because they're both white, but at the end of the day, you got a big guy like Kelce who moves like a wide receiver and does dirty work and the blocking game, and also can run smooth routes to Waller, man, who can knock you out with some wild games, right? He can put up 40 points on you, he can put up 20 points on you, he can kind of be all over the place. You can tell he's still trying to, be a little bit more polished at the position. So he still has room to grow in his role at the tight end spot. So I kind of saw some parallels there.
For sure. All right, now one last heavyweight. Beer or liquor? What's good?
Bro, I don't want nothing to do with beer, bro. All that shit do is make me full, bro. Beer ain't good. I don't see how Vic drink that shit, bro. I drank a big ass beer with him this weekend, man. I had to switch, bro. I drank a Crown I ain't even like because I didn't want to drink another cup of beer, bro. They was like, we don't got no regular Crown. I said, that's weird. I had to drink some Crown Apple, bro.
Oh, that's my shit.
But it was
great.
I mean, I don't really want nothing sweet. I just want my regular Crown, bro.
Fair enough. What about you, Dot or Vic?
Man, I'll be honest. I'm still gonna go with beer, but I am leaning liquor. But I've been kind of pulling back on both at the end of the day. Like, just drinking just to drink. Like, for what? So I'm kind of looking at it like, do I really need to drink just to drink? So I'm trying to reevaluate, man. So of course, when I go out with my brother Dot, I have a drink. Watching football on Sundays, have a drink. But other than that, I cut back on the beers, man. So
I got something for you to take home. You and Sarah can split one. It'll make a cup between both of y'all. I got one of those Crown cocktails in there, and it's the apple. So y'all like that.
Yeah. Me myself, guys, I'm gonna go towards the liquor. I don't really like to drink, so if I do, I'm gonna try to turn up a little bit. A few quick shots, get it out the way.
Hey, I remember Avo when we was recording remote every week. This nigga had this big ass bottle of vodka. Ciroc. It was never going nowhere. Avo savage. Avo savage. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's get to this closing, man. This is where we come together to share the stage, to show concern, to talk about some things that sit on our heart, good or bad, preach to the people, say something uplifting. We get that space to do that right here. We're not just a fantasy football podcast, we're a real life podcast. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll go first. I threw it on the table last week for somebody else to go first, so I'll go first this time. Keep up with your physical and mental health, man. I'm finally getting to a space where I know I haven't talked about my personal physical health in a while, but my blood pressure is working itself out. To be honest, man, the numbers are where the doctor has been wanting them to start being. So I'm excited about that. And that's just shout out to just doing better by my diet and my health in general, dropping those pounds that I was just sitting on for so many years for no reason, and just starting to feel better throughout it all, man. And getting back to a space where I'm about to start my actual therapy sessions again too. I slowed down on them because I was doing them, weekly, and I went to doing them monthly. I want to go back to doing them weekly. I was in one of my best headspaces when I was doing that. So, man, just make sure you keep up with yourself, man. The mental upkeep, the physical upkeep. We got to live long for our kids. We got to live long for the other generations to shed the light and the knowledge that they ain't gonna be able to pick up, because the world is turning into a cruel place and social media is taking over people's minds. So we got to make sure we can be OGs and good mentors to not just family, but friends and just random youth that we see and that we'll encounter across our life. So take care of yourself, man. Live long. Physical and mental health is important. And I just want to share that. Somebody else can go next.
Go ahead, Vic.
Yeah, I want to shout out to my brother Dot, man, for being my brother and lending me his ear, just listening to me, give me a moment to vent. And appreciate you, man, for being an ultimate friend there in that sense. And man, there are times where family can just take a toll on you from stress, and I'm learning to just control what I can control, and just hope for the best and pray and hope people find their way. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. So try not to let family stress you out, and you got to learn to not take on other people's stress and make it your own. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all dealing with stuff, and sometimes you gotta love people from a distance, man, and just hope they figure it out. So sometimes going through life is the best lesson versus trying to tell someone what to do or what they should be doing. Sometimes they got to bump their head and figure it out on their own. So
facts.
Europe, I guess it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
It's Tuesday, and I feel like it's been a long week already. To piggyback on everything both of y'all said, just do your best to take care of yourself. But I believe what will really help, especially when it comes to your family, is doing your best to prioritize things, put things in their proper order. For me, myself, it's always my family comes first, or God comes first, then family, then work, and all those things. So I even had to leave work yesterday to go make sure my family was good and things of that nature. And I don't never mind doing it because I know God's going to bless me on the back end. So I don't never worry about the money I don't make today because I know it will be made up for on the back end. And I just want to encourage everybody to prioritize things and try to really do your best to stay disciplined. Because I was telling my wife recently that discipline is really my biggest issue. If I could be more disciplined in certain things, we can really go further. So that's something that I'm really about to start working on, is just being way more disciplined and diligent with the things I'm trying to get done. And the last thing I'll say is, again, happy birthday to my niece, Victoria, man. I got a lot of nieces and nephews, but when I found out Victoria was even going to be born, I remember being a young kid and I said, that's the niece I got to watch out for. And I've been watching out for her ever since. So shout out to her. Happy birthday again.
Gang.
that's dope.
Avo got the
word.
biggest on the planet.
Biggest family.
Hey, we seen your cousin had a album flyer when we was leaving Brothers the other day. I told him, like, yeah, your little cousin.
Wait, you talking
downtown?
about word? Hey, that's her. Talking about J Ray?
Yeah.
Hey, I see you, cuz. Hey.
Big
Fire.
facts. All right, so yeah, we the Dynasty Bros, showing you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in, join the Discord, buying merch, just checking in with us on our physical health and our mental health, man. All of that is needed and much appreciated. I love y'all. I love my brothers, and that's how we're gonna walk it. That's how I'm gonna walk it out.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna pass it to Avo. This is me and AJ song from a long time ago called Smile, and it always suits the closing theme perfectly. So Avo, you can walk it out.
You
Let
already
this
know.
ride this for a tad bit, and then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Just know, man, if y'all could ever hear this song, it's one of the realest songs we ever made. Let's go. I'm bro. We the bros. Let's get it.
This is for the birds. I'm starting to lose feathers, feeling hotter than the winter coat, hood and suit sweater.